I have a question. I would ask both candidates specifically which of the Bush tax cuts they would support extending.
All of them.
The marriage penalty and the tuition tax credit.
Okay, if we can do them that quick, we'll do one more. Chuck?
Montanans like their politicians to be a little independent of the national parties. Name 3 issues, or maybe 2 issues, where you disagree with the leaders of your national party.
Amtrak, Indian Health Service, also on the Indian schools, on these 2-year tribal colleges. I've disagreed with this administration on many things.
John?
The right to keep and bear arms. I guess the other one would be, right now I think there's a void in leadership in Washington, D.C. on both sides of the aisle, and I think we need to have somebody step up and fill that void.
We're going to go to closing remarks. We flipped a coin, and the first remarks will come from John Tester.
Well, I want to thank everybody who put this together. This is a very nice debate. I want to thank everybody who took time out of their day to come, or their evening to come here. This election is an election about the future. It's an election about the future of our kids and our grandkids. Right now, we've got a situation in this country where we're fighting a war in Iraq, and we're not focusing on the war on terror. That needs to change. Right now, we've got a situation where our children are burdened, and every one of us are burdened with a $30,000 debt. That's got to change. We've got to have some fiscal responsibility. Right now, we're in a situation where health care, which is going to be very difficult to solve, but it's a problem that impacts everybody across the line, and it's driving families into poverty and small businesses into bankruptcy, and we need to solve that problem. Right now, we've got an energy situation where Montana has tremendous opportunity in renewables, and we have tremendous opportunity on the coal we set on. We have tremendous opportunity in fossil fuels. We need to facilitate the growth, and I am particularly high on renewable energy because it is indeed renewable. This election coming up, you have a choice. You have a choice to send somebody back to Washington, D.C. who will work for you, or you have a choice to send somebody who will go back to Washington, D.C. that's in the pocket of the K Street lobbyists. It's time for a change. It's time to make Washington look a little bit like Montana. It's time to have somebody back there who will represent the working families and the small businesses, family farms and ranches, and the folks in the woods first. I would appreciate your vote on November 7th. I want to thank you very much for coming. I want to thank you, Senator Burns.
Senator Burns, closing remarks.
Well, thank you, and I want to thank Ron Mercer for this great facility. Thank you for letting us come up here. We sort of had a little personal thing about this because here was another one of those darned earmarks. You know, I believe in the tax cuts of 2001, 2, and 3. They were the right thing to do. They spurred an economy when we were starting to slide into a recession. They did spur the economy at that time, and we needed it at that time. Mr. Tester opposed making those Bush, Burns, Baucus tax cuts that's led to this terrific economy and rebirth of our economy here in this country. He opposes doing that. I would tell you that you folks, a new person going into the labor market making $28,000 a year, by the year 2011, if we don't make them permanent, your taxes are going to go up 48%. I don't think that's right for the American people. I believe in a strong national defense and security. He opposes that. He wants to weaken the Patriot Act. And I believe the 2005 energy bill is working and moving us towards independence from foreign sources of energy. He opposed that bill. Earmarks? Why would he oppose those projects like this airport renovation that serves this great city? An Eagles nursing home to serve our seniors. And yes, Liberty House at Fort Harrison for families that come in this town to get their health care. Does he oppose distance learning? Does he oppose telemedicine as we deliver telemedicine into our rural areas in different ways? I do have the seniority and the experience and the effectiveness to make things happen in Montana. I'm asking for your vote come November the 7th. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks again to the Independent Record hometown. Now let's hear it for the candidates.
Thank you, John.